I'm Shelly Somerville. I'm 56 years old. I live on Maui. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I've been here for about 7 years. Um, when I moved to Maui, I, I loved it. I felt like it was home. The food, the mountains, being from Pennsylvania and the Appalachians are all around. So it was great, have the valleys and all of the water. Pittsburgh's, a river city. So it felt really comfortable for me. Um, but I sort of joke, but it's sort of sad that I felt like the food to me was very familiar. Like I love the Filipino food. They use a lot of garlic. They eat lots of things. I said to somebody, I must be one of the only people that moved to Hawaii and gained weight. Um, it, I enjoyed my food, but I didn't get out and do as much as I wanted to do, right? And so I'm still working. I work for HMSA, and part of my job now is to travel to the neighbor islands. And that requires getting on an airplane. And I'm a big woman, I was over 400 pounds. I've lost a little bit of weight. I'm under it now, but so I'd have to have 2 seats on the plane. Now my world's gotten smaller and smaller, and I can't walk steps anymore. I get tired just showering. I have to use a cane. If I want to walk any distance, I have to use a walker. Last month, I had to go to Oahu for a business meeting, and there were 2 meetings in 2 different buildings, and they're 2 weeks apart, 2 blocks apart. And I had to rent a scooter to go between the meetings. I couldn't walk the 2 blocks. And that was embarrassing to not be able to do that. I've wanted to get this weight loss surgery. I'm having it on Monday at 6 o'clock. And I've wanted to do this for over a year. But I'm determined. I want to get my life back. I want to live. I live in a beautiful place. I can sit here at my desk and see the ocean and hear it. And I can't walk in the sand anymore. It's too hard. So I don't even get to go to the beach except very specific places that have a little bit of sand before I can get in the water. And it makes me sad. I mean, I can see it, but I can't get into it. I can't do what I want to do. I'm not nearly as active as I want to be. My wife is 70 years old, and she's more active than I am. And I want to live. I want to be around. When we bought this house, we said the main living space is on the 2nd floor, right? So this is where our main living space is, and yet to get here, I'd have to walk up the front steps and then walk up the steps here. That's 2 flights of stairs. I can't do that. I had to put a lift in out back so that I could get to my main floor. Now that's great because we can age in place. We're not young. But I can't walk up and down the steps. If somebody's at the front door, I can't just run down the steps and say, hi, come on in. I have to go out back, take the lift down, and then go get them. And so my world has really shrunk. And I want it to grow again. I have a lot left to do. I have 2 grandchildren now. They come in July. When my grandson came the first time, I couldn't hold him. I had just had surgery and I couldn't hold him. And then when he came the following year, we played a little bit, and he said, he wanted me to go to the beach, and I couldn't go to the beach with him. And so this year he's coming, and unfortunately now he's big enough that I still won't be able to hold him because I can't lift more than 50 pounds after more than 10 pounds after the surgery for 6 weeks. But I'll be able to walk around more with him. I'm already a little bit more mobile than I had been, and just having lost some weight before the surgery to get ready for it. So I'm hoping that maybe I'll have a few more pounds off by the time they come in July, and I'll be able to do more with him. And when my daughters come to visit, I want to be able to spend time with them and go places and do things, and not just chauffeur them around in a car and say, hey, okay, you go out and see this, and I'll see you when you get back. So that's why I'm doing this. I want to have my life back, and I want to live.